My experience with the Pioneer of the Year started probably the first or second month that I lived in Boardman. She was one of the very first friends that I made when I moved here. And I think that she had to become friends with me by default because I overheard her talking with some people about book club. And I thought, oh my gosh, I want to be in book club with her. And that's kind of where it started. And I'm so thankful for that group of ladies. And I always joked with her in the very beginning about that we were going to move here and we were only going to live here for 3 years. And she laughed that great cackly laugh that she has. And she told me, don't be silly. You're going to live here for like 35 or 40 years. And it's year 23. So here we are. And she's been such a champion for so many things in our community over the years. And I don't think that people realize all of the many things that she's done, the tons of work that she's done for the library and the Friends of the Library program, and really being a champion for student reading for a long time. She did a lot of work with the North Morrow Community Coalition group. That basically started Music in the Park, and tons of fun other projects that she's done here that I just don't think that anybody really realizes. And she was never the kind of person looking for accolades, or I think that she's just the kind of like quiet, supportive leadership that our community needs, that every community needs. And I know that I'm super thankful for all the things that I've learned from her. When I think about her and when I think about, living in a small town and your role in the community, I just think about leaving a legacy. And I definitely think that with her impact and the work of her husband, that they have really truly left a legacy here that will be felt a lot longer than most people will realize in Boardman. And so I think that, what a great example she is to all of us.
She was a substitute teacher, and the kids just adored her. She's just a presence in Boardman, always happy, always willing to help. There's a book club that she started to get people involved in reading when she was the librarian. It was because of her we have the library that we have now. I know that she's extremely active in the church. It's extremely important to her. I know that she has involved a lot of the church kids. I see them come over and help in the garden, but she's always there and involved because it's important to her to be involved with the community. And if you live in the community, you need to be proud of that community.
We moved here and we eventually started going to the Catholic Church here in Boardman, and they were one of the first families we met here in town. 2 years after moving to the States, my parents, we had nothing. We basically started from zero. My mom was expecting. During that time, my parents would drive my aunt's older van, but it broke down, and it happened to be during the winter time. We had no transportation. During that time, there was only like 8 families attending Mass. But this individual noticed that we were not there. So the following Sunday, she approached me and she said, "What happened? You guys were not here last Sunday." And I remember telling her, "Oh, we were not here because our car broke. We don't have a car." And she said, "Hey, we might be able to help you guys out." We didn't know what they had to offer, what was going to happen. But we ended up going to their house, and they told us that they had a vehicle for sale. Half an hour later, we walked out of their homes with their vehicle. They were able to work something out with my parents, and they basically believed in my family. They give us the opportunity that we have never expected. My parents were given the opportunity. I remember that as we were driving off, my mom was pregnant, and I just thought maybe she was just so emotional. She broke down in tears. And my dad was like, "What happened?" And she said, "I can't believe somebody did this for us." I don't know if we ever thanked them enough, but we're beyond grateful. Thanks to this individual, I feel like I became a better person because this individual in particular made a big difference in our lives.
Hello! How are you? Can we come in and see you?
I'm just fine.
You're so excited. You're so excited, right?
Oh my
Here's some
God.
wonderful flowers, and we are here to reveal that you are the 2025 Pioneer of the Year for the Boardman Chamber of Commerce.
Well, oh, what an honor. What an honor. I'm really thrilled. Thank you. Thank you. Thank
So
you.
glad you are. We are excited that you were the recipient of this year.
Well, I am very pleased. Thank you. I will have to get something new to wear.
There you
Of
go.
course we have
That's
dinner.
the best. We have a party. March
Good.
6th. We can have a party and
Oh.
celebrate.
Well, I'll have been here 65 in August,
In
but
August.
64 currently.
Yeah.
And my husband's 64.
Yeah.
We were married 64. We came here a week after we were married.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
What brought you here to the Boardman area?
Oh, teaching.
Teaching.
Both of us have
Mhm.
a job here. Mhm.
And were you guys in the old school, the old original school then? So then you went through the whole moving
whole
Boardman and doing all that stuff, huh?
Yeah, yeah. It was an interesting experience for both of us, and he never really wanted to leave because he liked teaching, and then he got the principal's job, and I had retired because I wanted children, and we had children, and that's what we both wanted, and I said I can't deal with a babysitter, and so I stayed home, and the principalship opened up, and it was a case of money, and he said, well, I don't know what to do, and I said, I think you'll still be in contact with students.
Yep.
It's a small enough school. Well, with that, he stayed.
Yep.
I really am grateful, very grateful to God. My health is so far so good.
Yep.
I'll be 90 in June. We had a good life. We had a very, very good life.
Yeah.